Hello everybody, you're here with Cle De Peau Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in and for watching. So today I'm back from a couple of days that I haven't filmed. So thank you very much for being patient with me for different reasons. I'll get into it as we chat about makeup. But what is it that we are meeting here for today? Well, I have several things. New ones. I have the Guerlain. What is this? Kiss Kiss. These are kind of a balm lips. What do they call? Color Reviving Lip Balm, 24-hour hydration. So I have two colors to show you. But the one I'm the most excited is, it's not new for the very first time. It's new because it's been a while since I had it. But I had it before, and this is the Cle De Peau Beauty, the foundation. We're gonna open it here together. I also have like the concealer and several color swatches for the concealer for Cle De Peau. We have Cle De Peau blush. We have Cle De Peau some of lip, Glorifier that came back. We have mascara and highlight and all of these things. So it's a little mixture. I will be trying for the very first time this sponge from Sephora. It's not the beauty pounder, but I haven't tried this. I want to try it. So if you're interested in any of that, please keep on watching. So yeah, I was saying that I've been out of filming for a little while, and I have to tell you, I feel a little shy today. I had a hard time starting up. It's almost like you get in a everyday, no big deal to be here in front of you and talking to the camera and connecting with you all. But then it stops, and then it's a little shy. It's like, oh my God, what am I going to talk about? So here I am, talking, chatting. So let's get into it. This is a foundation that I remember when I first heard about it, I was like, what? Because of the price. It's actually $250. Now, when I first found out about it several years ago, somebody stopped me as I was in the department store and applied a little bit, and I loved it. But I hadn't really got into luxury makeup, so this was a lot of money for a foundation. It's still a lot of money for a foundation. However, now that I have bought so many other things and items, I mean, it doesn't feel as bad. But why do we love it, or why did I love it back then? Was because it was the best foundation for my skin. I have dry skin, and this is very moisturizing. Now, I did hear other people that they really like to powder on top, because if not, it stays a little moisture in your skin. So to me, I never powder on top, and it did stay a little moisture. But what I learned is that you have to apply just very tiny little bit, just to kind of cover the things that you don't want to see. It's not like a foundation that you will put all over like most of foundations. So I don't know, maybe I don't remember correctly. We're gonna try it here again for many years now. And if you know, I have a very bad memory. So the first thing I wanted to show you when I opened this, it comes with a little tray, and then it has a little hole in there. You see that? Because it comes with a little, I guess, applicator so you don't put your fingers inside the jar to contaminate. So we're gonna take this out. This is kind of heavy, it's nice. It's kind of silver. So you kind of put it like this. And then, let me take it out. See, this is the jar where it comes. I'm in color 010. I have ordered I-10 also. I-10 is a little lighter for me. It makes me look radiant and bright and beautiful, but it is a little lighter than my skin. I guess that's why I feel so bright and and all those things. So here's the foundation, and it goes in the little tray. I don't know if I can show it to you, but it goes like this. See how pretty? Yay. All right. So the reason this says active ingredients, octinoxate 3.9% and titanium dioxide 3.3%. Those are sunscreens. I guess that's important. I'm not very good or big on sunscreens, and I'm not very sure which ones make me itchy or the ones that I want to get out of. I don't remember this one being so bad on me. It's SPF 21. So that's pretty good. I mean, for me, especially I know a lot of you and a lot of people, they cannot live without the sunscreen. They apply sunscreen no matter what. I'm not that kind of girl. So when things like this, like the primer or the foundation have some kind of SPF, I'm so happy and it's done. The reason is I'm not very much on the sun, in the sun. And actually sometimes I get outside for 5 minutes straight face to the sun, which you're not supposed to with some of the creams you use and things like that. But I don't know, that's me. I feel 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes is not gonna kill my skin. But that's me, I know the data, I know statistics, I know. But you know, I'm a rebel at heart. What can I tell you? All right, so let's jump in it. A little bit hesitant here because, you know, I usually like to apply things with a brush. And now we're going to use a sponge because if I remember correctly, that was the easiest way to apply it as light as possible if I wanted to do it. Now, I didn't put my regular, you know, I usually put Charlotte Tilbury corrector underneath before anything else, and then I don't use concealer. But today, I wanted to try this on its own just so you see how much it actually covers. Now, I did wet my sponge, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So maybe what I can do, let's see, I'm gonna take a little bit from the little plastic I just took, and we're gonna apply it with my finger first, and then the other side I'll apply with the sponge, and we'll see if it makes a difference. But I remember back on the day, and I'm talking like 5 years ago, 4 years, no more, like maybe 6, when the person from the department store stopped me to apply it, she applied this little amount. So I'm trying to imitate that because then I took it home, and when I applied it, I would apply it like a actually foundation, you know, when you put it all over and you overdo it. And then there was that problem that stays sort of wet. And at that time, you know, foundations like Westman Atelier and all of those very natural things that you apply with your finger very lightly hadn't really come out. So it was still, you know, the usual, you apply like all over. So I think this is the first time without knowing that I actually tried this just a little tiny bit to cover and stuff. So right now I am just using my finger, and I think it's covering very nicely. Look at the difference. Of course, my dog had to be in the background. Now, other business that I have to mention is the lighting. All right, so where do I stand with the lighting? Because I've been having a lot of troubles with the camera, the lighting, and things like that. So I did order, and it arrived. I haven't changed to another phone, but it's supposed to be much better. Now I'm using now the wet sponge just to finalize. But you saw how little I apply, and I think I like this idea of just applying so little. And I don't actually feel it so emollient. Of course, I put so little, but I like it. And this is why I ordered this foundation right now, even though I had it before. And you know, I've been buying a lot of foundations lately. But I just miss this sort of very light and very brightening and the feel of it. And so I remember and I thought, I'll just do it. And look, I like it. You see a difference? Oh yeah. So let me just finish my thought with the lighting. So I did order a new camera, which I'm gonna put it on. But if you notice, especially Penelope, which loves this background better, I changed rooms again. And for what I remember, a lot of you said that you prefer the lighting on this room much better because the natural light from the window comes and it does something different. But also what I learned trying to study everything about cameras and phone and how to film and all of these things, you know how much I've been going back and forth about the lighting, and I actually bought new lighting etc. Apparently, it was not the lighting what is the problem that it gives this weird reflection for you guys. It was a button in the setting on the camera, on the phone. So it's not just playing with the lights and where to put them and how to put them, and it's also the settings. Of course, I knew this for a camera, but for the phone. So before I change phones, which I will be doing tonight, I wanted to try this phone that I've been filming on and changing that setting that apparently makes a big difference. So right now I can't see what it does because to me on the screen, I look just like always. But I'm interested to see how it uploads for you guys. And that way I'll know if it was just that setting or I still need to do something with the lighting. So enough about that. Let's go back to makeup. Maybe you guys don't care about those technicalities, but I remember when I was watching other YouTubers, not only because I was interested in doing a video myself and a channel, but I was interested on all of these technicalities that transfer at the end of how makeup looks or not looks. You know how some YouTubers say, let me show you this in natural lighting? I actually have done that. But what does that mean? Because it still doesn't look like if you're in front of me. I mean, it might look a little more natural, but not really. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You sort of learn to imagine it in real life, but I don't think it has to do with how clear or how not, because here I am rambling about it, right? But I don't know. I just thought these technicalities were important. So I'm gonna be done. You see that I keep putting and piling because I'm putting so little and I'm just enjoying this part of how it disappears in my skin. I mean, look at that. I don't think it's totally covering my redness, which, that redness, right? Holy moly, how much I struggle with the redness. But I don't know if it's a sponge. The sponge I think worked well, but it's covering good enough. What I want to do now is put a little bit of the concealer. Now I am color Ivory, and I will swatch almond and beige for you because I have a sampler here and you can see the difference. Okay. So the concealer is one of my favorites because it's barely there. It doesn't feel like you're putting a concealer really, but it's a lot more consistency than the foundation. So you see that? Yeah, you can see that. So that you can trust that it will cover a little bit more. Not only like if you want to conceal something in your skin, but also the redness, the color. It has a lot more color. I mean, I don't know if the color corrector, but it does have a lot more coverage, if that makes sense. So the other one sort of illuminates, makes your skin nice and smooth, but this one actually covers. All right. So I'm gonna move along. So if you notice, I'm a little off today from the camera. I wanna connect with you all. You know, it would be different if we do a live. Would you guys be up for a live? You know, where you can tell me what you want me to put on while we're live? I don't know. My husband said that is like the hardest thing of all, which I don't know if he meant it like, I don't know if I can do it. And to tell you the truth, I don't know if I can do it. But so we're gonna try now some of the blush. Now I have here number 2 and number 4. You've seen me use this before. One is more peachy and one is more pinky. I'm gonna go with number 2 instead. Number 2 is a little more pinky. And the reason being is because the Glorifier lips that I have here, I think it's a little more violet. I wish I had a little more plum so that will work, but I'm gonna be using the Sonia G brush. It's a smaller brush. Let's see what this does. If not, I'll use my finger. Okay, very pretty. Oh yeah. A little too much. Okay, I'm out of practice, but yes, you know, since last week I haven't worn any makeup. I know, right? I mean, and to tell you the truth, I was very happy not wearing makeup, because sometimes you just have to rest. Sometimes you just have to see how you look and who you look like. All right, so far so good. Look how beautiful this looks. Look at how beautiful this looks. And you saw how easy. Now, I'm supposed to just put the Glorifier, but I did talk to you about having some Guerlain lip balms. You know what? I'm gonna leave those for another video. I'm gonna finish up with this and then mascara. And then I'll do a very short video on those two because I think they're worthwhile just on their own. What do you think? And I'll list it down below. You can just watch this and continue to there. You know, why do I do that? Why do I do that? Because the time. So this is the lip glorifier, and they put it like the smallest things. So I don't think I can read it, but I'll list it down below what color this is. Now they just brought this back and they made a big whole thing about Glorifier is back and this and that. I'm not sure if all colors. I'm trying to see what is so special about this lip balm, because the reality is lately so many lip balms have come out. And so what makes you prefer one over the other? Well, I tell you, this is very creamy. It doesn't really have a flavor or smell. Now, why am I loving this at this moment right now? Look at the color. It has a little pinky summery spring, but some plum to it. It has enough color. Look how beautiful this looks. So easy. I applied just the blush, this, the foundation, and look how beautiful. I mean, you can't deny it. Now, I don't even know if Cle De Peau has a eyebrow pencil. I'm sure they do. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Westman Atelier. Of course, we have established that this one is a little bit golden or light for what I would prefer. Nevertheless, the consistency, the way it colors the eyebrows, the way it makes them fuller is undeniable. So I think I will be buying the next color up just to see if it's not too dark for me. But the consistency of this eyebrow pencil is kind of waxy. You see how he kind of browned them? You know, kind of brought them a little more golden browner. Yeah, that's the part I don't like, but that is just the color. But the way this performs, it is just lovely. Look how much, even though it made them lighter, how much my eyebrows are showing. And then this one has the other side with a spoolie. This spoolie doesn't have gel or anything. It's just to brush them. But for some reason, it brushes them very, very good and soft. Because there's some that spoolies that brush them excellent, but you kind of feel part of your skin going with it. This one is soft, but it has enough brushing and moving the product, I guess, to make it look very natural. So as far as the consistency and the way this works, I love it. As far as the color, I would need to try the next color up, which is supposed to be more brunette. Probably will go more with my darkener. So what I'm gonna do last is I'm going to put some of the Cle De Peau Mascara. And this is, of course, a sample. This mascara, and I have tried it before and several times, this mascara is very sort of clean looking. You'll see what I mean. It does give color and volume. It definitely elongates. But the interesting part is elongates very, you can see each of my lashes. You see very thin and long. You see that? So I do appreciate that for every day. I do appreciate for this kind of look. I didn't apply anything on my eye shades, on my eyelids. I had planned to do so, but I guess I'm out of shape on doing videos. Can that be possible? I was only out for a couple of days. Come on. But yeah, I feel a little off. Maybe it was because now I'm in the 5th floor. 50. And by the way, thank you so much to all of you that were so kind and wrote to me. And you know, I love to see that there's a lot of you already on this 5th floor. You know, a lot of you said you're 52, 53, and share some of your wisdom with the 5th floor. I love. I was actually thinking, what can we do maybe once a week, like Fridays or something, on the Beauty Ponders, that I come up with a theme and then you all share what you think about the theme. Something like that could be words of wisdom for the youngsters or from the same peers here in generations. I mean, it definitely helped me, your words and what you share with me. So this will be the final look, which I can't believe I made it so simple because I have so many products I want to play with. So I guess I will be doing more videos on them. But look how natural, look how beautiful. I want to see if this records the right way. I hope you like that I'm back at this place. Oh yeah, let's apply a little bit of the Cle De Peau highlighter. It made me think. Okay, let's apply a little bit here. Do you like it with or without? Yeah, I like it a little bit. I was gonna bring up another product, but I think we're done. I just said we're done. All right. So I can't pile everything in one video, right? We'll do it next time. Okay, but this is the final look. Oh yeah, where's my mind? The testers, the swatches. All right, should I do it here? Should I do just a shorty? I'll do it shorty swatches. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do at this moment. Please ring the bell on the right hand side. Please comment below, please thumbs up. And I promise you, I'll be back. I'll be the normal me soon. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.